Welcome friends, and welcome back to Katie's Camp Kitchen. Today we will use a very low power and energy efficient device to cook chicken from scratch. This is only one of the numerous things that can be cooked or reheated with this small appliance. Thanks for coming along. Today we are going to be cooking in what is sometimes referred to as an electric lunchbox. I am using the HotLogic Mini, which is similar to a slow cooker but uses much less power. There are several companies that produce versions of this device, such as Sabohi and Ayata. HotLogic is uniquely made in the USA and in Michigan. Just a quick note, all the items in this video were purchased by me, and this is not a sponsored video. I am a technical cooking nerd and have used these tools multiple years in my kitchen. HotLogic is basically an insulated bag with a hot plate inside that can both reheat and cook from raw. Here are some photos of various configurations. One can choose from two models of this device, one that operates on a 120 volt wall plug from a power port / 12-volt cigarette lighter in your automobile. Of course, a small inverter could be used to transform either direction for different applications. One can carry these electric lunch boxes in their vehicles or campers and reheat or cook your meal on the go or in the office to avoid that long microwave line. These are often used by flight attendants, truck drivers, people on road trips, and are ideal for anyone that doesn't have an easy way to heat their meal. We use ours at home during weekly meal prep, for picnicking, and camping. We also have a solar power station with solar panels that can power the HotLogic while camping. The advantage is that the propane and open flames are minimized, as well as the resultant heating of our rig during the summer. One can cook in and eat out of the same container, thereby saving water and dishes. The hot plate is removable and can be used separately for potlucks. There were a couple of different sizes of the HotLogic. One that holds a 13 by 9 pan called the Max, and the Midi, which holds a 9 by 7 inch container, which is the one I use in this video. Various types of containers that can be used include glass, plastic, or even a frozen meal, with no need to remove the packaging. The HotLogic can heat from refrigerated or frozen, with the frozen taking longer, of course. The HotLogic Mini can also cook from raw in addition to reheating. In this video, we cook 11 ounces of raw chicken tenders in the HotLogic in an hour and 15 minutes. When I cooked 2 larger chicken breasts, 1 1/4 pounds total, it took an hour and 45 minutes. A 6-cup Pyrex dish was used while cooking the raw chicken tenders. To accurately measure the temperature, I inserted a wireless Bluetooth thermometer to monitor and record the temperature versus time while cooking. After taking the chicken out, I checked doneness with another meat thermometer. At the end, you will see the graph of temperature versus time, as well as energy versus time. As the chicken finished the cooking cycle, different beeps can be heard from the Bluetooth thermometer. The first type of alert is a 5-minute warning. There are subsequent alerts for doneness and another indicating that the meat has finished resting and is ready to consume. After cooking, the chicken is very moist and not dried out at all. In fact, it is my favorite way to meal prep chicken. I used a thermometer called a meter, M-E-A-T-E-R. It is a wireless Bluetooth thermometer. This chart shows 2 different cooking sessions. The first was the chicken tenders that I cooked in this video that took 1 1/4 hours for 11 ounces of meat. The second graph shows cooking 2 fairly large chicken breasts that weighed 1¼ pounds that took 1 hour and 45 minutes. This graph shows the power that the Hot Logic used during the cooking time. It took approximately 43 watts of power as it was cooking. At the end, you can see how the power is fluctuating up and down. That's the control circuit kicking in as the temperature reaches its final level. In this set of graphs, the top left indicates that a cumulative total of 53 watt-hours of energy were required to cook the chicken tenders. The top right graph shows the current needed over time. The bottom 2 graphs show the watt-hours per minute and the apparent power. By comparing the graphs and the time stamps previously shown and the power, one can see that the power regulation and the temperature track. Since the Hot Logic does not heat food above about 170 degrees, things like raw carrots, potatoes, raw rice, pasta, and dried beans cannot be cooked from scratch. They do reheat great, however. One hack for the rice is to use parboiled or minute rice. Ready pasta and pre-cooked potatoes, beans, and other vegetables can be reheated. Here are several other meals that I have made with the chicken that I cooked in the Hot Logic. I made chicken with broccoli and pasta with lemon and butter, then added tomatoes and some commercial alfredo sauce to transform that first meal. I also made a salad and a wrap. Chicken teriyaki and chicken soup were created at other times. I have also cooked well-done steak tips and beef stew meat in the Hot Logic. They won't be seared as in a skillet, but will work great for a stew or multiple simple meals or a sandwich. Of course, I use the Hot Logic most frequently for reheating food or a frozen meal. Plan for about 1¼ hours to reheat a refrigerated meal and 2 hours for a frozen meal. The Hot Logic is great to use for convenience as well as energy savings, off-grid, or during an emergency. I have used both of my solar generators, which are a Montech and a Blue Eddy, with both of my Hot Logics, which are the 120 volt version or wall plug, as well as my 12 volt or auto power port Hot Logic. Both of my solar generators work great, as do both voltage types of the Hot Logic. In case you are interested in purchasing a Hot Logic, they are available through Amazon or through the Hot Logic website, which is hotlogic.com. They typically have a fairly significant sale of just before major holidays, so I would definitely check on their native website first. Thank you so much for watching. The Hot Logic really is a great tool for all kinds of uses. We use ours on a very regular basis while camping and for just regular meal prep. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give us a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. Again, thank you so very much.